And now it's time to add some effects to these vocals. I like using aux channels here inside of Pro Tools, so I'm just going to create a couple down here. I'm going to hit Command-Shift-N, and let's do 4 stereo aux inputs. Create. And we're going to send these to a new track, and it's going to be called All Effects, and it's going to be a stereo aux input, just like it already is. Let's make this yellow just to be able to tell them apart easier. This has to go to All Effects. Even though we have plenty of empty plugin slots here, I like using Studio Rack because you could save your chain. So let's make a really cool reverb. So I'm going to start out with Reverb, and oh man, gotta switch it to the blue skin. That gray one is killing me. Let's go to Harmonic, and let's add another Abbey Road saturator. And what we're going to be doing is extra distortion going into the reverb. And then let's give this a name. This will be called Bus. Let's give this Bus 5-6, and we'll rename that Reverb. Let's send this to Reverb at full volume. And then we just grab the volume of this channel. Know me better than I know myself. Running laps around my head, it doesn't help. And for this, I just want to make a short reverb, so I'm just going to take the size, or the time down a little bit, maybe to like 1.5. Know me better than I know myself. Running laps around my head, it doesn't help. Oh, laughing at me from the other side, I could tell that I can hear you loud enough. You don't have to yell. No. And instead of using the pre-delay, I'm actually going to use an H delay to do a musical note increment. So 100% wet is perfect. Feedback down. Let's do around a 64th note of delay. Know me better than I know myself. Running laps around my head, it doesn't help. Oh, laughing at me from the other side, I could tell that I can hear you loud enough. You don't have to yell. The higher number you put in here, the bigger of a gap you're going to create between the dry vocal and the reverb. Just like what a pre-delay does, but this does it in musical note increments, which I find to just sit much better with a beat. Know me better than I know myself. Running laps around my head, it doesn't help. Oh, laughing at me from the other side, I could tell that I can hear you loud enough. You don't have to yell. No, don't play me, boy, you know what I meant. It's not like you ever gave a shit. So this is our reverb, and that's going to be our bright reverb. And let's go ahead and create a dark reverb. I want to do the same thing. So let's just do Studio Rack again. We can copy the settings, and I'm going to switch Reverb out for True Verb. My favorite preset is this Millennium Verb right here. I just turn off the direct. Oh, and let's make this one Bus 7-8. Rename. And then I'm going to go back up to the top. On your keyboard, the home and end button, if you have one of these extended number pad keyboards, are really useful for skipping between the top and bottom of your session. And let's add a True Verb, send, same volume again. Know me better than I know myself. Running laps around my head, it doesn't help. Oh, laughing at me from the other side, I could tell that I can hear you loud enough. You don't have to yell. I'm going to use this Abbey Road saturator to actually reduce some of the brightness out of the vocal and increase some of the gain. Know me better than I know myself. Running laps around my head, it doesn't help. Oh, laughing at me from the other side, I could tell that I can hear you loud enough. You don't have to yell. So we're EQing the vocals with harmonics, and I think 14 seconds decay time is a little bit disrespectful, so let's maybe just do like 8. Know me better than I know myself. Running laps around my head, it doesn't help. Oh, laughing at me from the other side, I could tell that I can hear you loud enough. You don't have to yell. And I think these are competing with the voice a little bit. I love the vibe of having loud reverb, but I hate how it competes with the lyrics. So I'm going to use an R compressor. And I'm going to do it outside of the Studio Rack. And that way I can more easily set my sidechain input. the same parallel signal that's controlling our parallel compressor, and I'm going to feed it into the sidechain compressor on the reverb.
Know me better than I know myself. Running laps around my head, it doesn't help. Oh, laughing at me from the other side, I could tell that I can hear you loud enough. You don't have to yell. No.
I love to design my reverbs with the volume up and then tuck them in when I'm done. We're going to use these next two auxes for some delays. So I'm going to do a quarter note delay. I may as well do it inside of a studio rack just to keep this trend going. And this will also allow you to save your reverbs and delays as chains. And I'm actually just going to remove this one since there's an H delay already here. Why not? Let's just make it a quarter note and invert the phase of just one side, because I don't want to do ping pong. That's going to be a little distracting, but I want to add some width. So putting one side out of phase will add some really nice width. And then I want to low cut it and lo-fi it too. And let's also just switch the order around so that the distortion is going in. Then let's do some extra brightness instead of reducing some brightness. And now we have to send a bus to create 910. And then let's rename this as our quarter note. And then we'll hit the home button to skip to the top, 1/4, boom. Send it at full volume.
Know me better than I know myself. Running laps around my head, it doesn't help. Oh, laughing at me from the other side, I could tell that I can hear you loud enough. You don't have to yell. No, don't blame me, boy, you know what I meant. It's not like you ever gave a shit. All this talking, lost time we spent. Now who's the one being a kid? I don't need you, no. Know me better than I know myself. Running laps around my head, it doesn't help. Oh, laughing at me from the other side, I could tell that I can hear you loud enough. You don't have to yell. No.
Groovy. So that's exactly what I want on the delay side. I just want to add a little bit more sauce to it with a metaflanger.
Know me better than I know myself. Running laps around my head, it doesn't help. Oh, laughing at me from the other side, I could tell that I can hear you loud enough. You don't have to yell. No, don't blame me, boy, you know what I meant. It's not like you ever gave a shit.
And I'm going to grab the same parallel compression, ducking the delays to the dry signal.
Know me better than I know myself. Running laps around my head, it doesn't help. Oh, laughing at me from the other side, I could tell that I can hear you loud enough. You don't have to yell. No, don't blame me, boy, you know what I meant.
And our last delay, we can just do another copy of our studio rack, and we're going to switch this to stereo ping pong, invert both of them. A really fast, maybe a 16th note slap is exactly what I'm looking for this with a low feedback. And then we also got to create a bus for this. Rename it to slap. Send this to our slap. Turn this down a little bit.
I ain't get it, girl, what is it with you? Yeah, I ain't lying, trust you got some.
And let's actually add, I really like putting this plugin on my slap delays and boosting stuff.
I ain't get it, girl, what is it with you? Yeah, I ain't lying, trust you got some issues. Yeah, why you crying, girl, I still forgive you. Yeah, all the shit I get you to admit to. Yeah.
And maybe instead of 16th, let's try 32nd.
I ain't get it, girl, what is it with you? Yeah, I ain't lying, trust you got some issues. Yeah, why you crying, girl, I still forgive you. Yeah, all the shit I get you to admit to. Yeah, don't play me, girl, you know what you did. Yeah, it's like you expect me to babysit.
Now, one of the beautiful parts of having all of our effects sent to a bus is you can take spots like where we have a beat mute right here, and we can take our mute if you just hold Command Control, boom, automate that.
To admit to, yeah, don't play me, girl, you know what you did.
And then maybe we'll have this come back on right here.
Don't play me, yeah, don't play me, girl, you know what you did. Yeah, it's like you expect me to babysit. Yeah, all she talk about is getting lit, except she ain't done being a kid.
I don't need you, no. I won't leave you, I can let you go. I don't need you, no. I won't leave you, I can let you go.
Now finally, we're going to jump into mixing these ad-libs.
October of last year.
I like having the ad-libs go to their own reverb, so I'm going to put the reverb right here in the ad-lib group, and let's send it to, I like the Manny reverb for ad-libs.
October of last year. The longer we drag this out.
And let's turn the time up, and let's do a large haul.
October of last year. The longer we drag this out, I'm attached to how did we get so far away? Now I'm
And maybe turn the dry wet down to about 50.
October of last year. The longer we drag this out, I'm attached to how did we get so far away? Now I'm getting used to the thought introduced to me when you fucked me up that day.
And let's do another dry spot right here.
Fucked me up that day. I'm getting used to the thought introduced to me when you fucked me up that day.
I ain't get it, girl, what is it with you? Yeah, I ain't lying, trust you got some issues. Yeah, why you crying, girl, I still forgive you. Yeah, all the shit I get you to admit to. Yeah, don't play me, girl, you know what you did.
Hey!
It's like you expect me to babysit. Yeah, all she talk about is getting lit. Except she ain't done being a kid.
I don't need you, no.
A little top and
I
push.
don't need you, I can let you go. I don't need you, no. I won't leave you, I can let you go. Ay. Would you believe me if you didn't need me? It can't be that easy, I swear. Just when I'm getting over till you come over. We're stuck in October of last year. The longer we drag this out, I'm attached to how did we get so far away? Now I'm getting used to the thought introduced to me when you fucked me up that day.
Well, there you have it. My complete guide to building a pop vocal template in Pro Tools using nothing but Waves plugins. Thank you so much for joining us here on My Mix Lab, and if you want to download the Waves Studio Rack presets that you saw me create in this video, there's download links right here on the page. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time in another tutorial. Peace out.